वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भक्तिनिष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः गोविन्दाय नमो नमः गोविन्दाय नमो नमः जय श्रील प्रभुपाद ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. So once again, I don't deserve, but again, the opportunity given by the Lord and given by Srila Prabhupada and all collective Vaishnavas. So I was supposed to deliver this Bhagavatam last Friday, but due to some uncertain and non-predictable commitments, I couldn't serve the Lord. But I prepared it for the last week. And last week, before Friday, there was Ekadashi, and then we entered in Dwadashi. So from our group only, I got to understand, because I'm not that keen that I will go to calendar and I will see like what day, what is there. So I got to understand from one of our Vaishnavas group that today is Varaha Dwadashi. And since I had heard about Varadev, but I was not clear, or maybe the saransh, or I should say the detailed information was not with me. So I decided to go with this particular incarnation of Lord, and let's find out for my own knowledge and for serving the Lord. So probably you all know much more than me, but what I could research on the Lord's this incarnation and for Lord's this particular avatar, I'm going to highlight on that. And today's topic is Varahadev. So today we will talk about the incarnation of Lord, which is none other than Varaha avatar. May I take anybody's opinion, like who is Varahadev? Anyone?
Mataji, one of the incarnation of in the Dasavatar, Mataji.
Hari Bol. Yes. Anything else, Prabhu or Mataji's?
He lifted the earth with his tusk when it sank in the
Bhudevi. Yes, yes.
Ocean. Garbhodaya.
Correct. Correct, Prabhu. Very nice. So you all
And
know
he killed Hiranyaksh.
Hiranyaksh. Hari Bol. All are very well learned and know everything. So let me just put from my side something. So because I didn't know much about this avatar, so as you all said, he is the Dashavatar. So out of all Dashavatar, this is one of the form of Lord, and uh, he took Mother Earth, Bhudevi, on his tusk. And how he came, how he appeared. He appeared from the nostril of Lord Brahma. So this is how he appeared, which is really not so good place. So this boar incarnation has taken by Lord. Why this boar incarnation? He could have taken some other form, because in our material world, we know what is the position of a boar or a pig, where he resides, what he loves, and what he eats. We all know. Why Lord had taken that form only? Any ideas, Mataji's, Prabhuji's?
Maybe probably Mataji. Yeah, Himanshu Prabhu, please go ahead, Prabhu.
No, you go ahead, Prabhuji.
So maybe probably Mataji, because the earth was into the bottom of the ocean, which has mud. So usually boar they play with mud. So to take the earth out from this mud, he took the form of this bull.
Hari Bol. Yeah, very nice, Prabhu. So
So
that
can I
is,
add,
yeah,
Mataji?
yes, Prabhu, please go ahead.
So the Lord is also teaching us to rise above the auspicious, inauspicious, and have see Him equally in everything that He has created. So
Yes, Prabhu. No discrimination. That is the one thing what Lord is teaching. Correct, Prabhu. Very nice. Lovely, Prabhu. Uh, so, Santosh Prabhu, Himanshu Prabhu, absolutely right. And for again, as I was listening the lectures and I was finding out, Lord has no discrimination. Either it's a pig or any other form, either it's a fish or tortoise. He may take any form in order to save the devotees. The only purpose of the Lord for the devotees is he may come into the ant form, he may come into the crow form, he can take any form in order to save the devotees. So for us, to understand, especially for me, that how merciful Lord is, he can come in any form. Only your desire and your devotion should be there towards the Lord. That's all he requires. So when Lord is taking out the Mother Earth from Garbhodaya ocean, then he has taken Mother Earth on the tusk of the this boar form. Now here, uh, there is one there is one shloka in Dashavatar Shrotra, where Jaydev Goswami has, beautifully, particularly for this avatar. I mean, in Dashavatar Shrotra, many other form he has, the all other forms he has elaborated, and he has explained the beauty of all other forms. But what he has said in this particular, for this particular form of the Lord, is as so he is glorifying in this way. Vasati dasna shikre dharani tava lagna shashini kalanka kaleva nimagna keshavadhirta shukara rupa jaya jagadish hare jaya jagadish hare. What Jayadev Goswami is saying, O Keshav, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a boar, all glories to you. The earth, which had become immersed on the Garbhodaksha ocean at the bottom of the universe, sits fixed upon the tip of your tusk like a spot upon the moon. Like how, the moon and the spot on the moon reciprocate to each other. So those spots look good on the moon, then the moon looks good. And because moon is with the spots, then the spots also look good. So it's, they are complementing each other. So Jayadev Goswami is glorifying the Lord, mentioning that the way spot looks beautiful on the moon, similarly, a Mother Earth is looking so beautiful and so beautiful on your tusk. See, if these spots will be on your sari or in the batta or somewhere, it will not look good at all. But if these spots will be on the moon, it is beautiful. It is more than beautiful. Similarly, the Mother Earth on your tusk is looking immersed beautiful. And this is your form, Garbhodaksha. This your form as a Varaha avatar. I bow down and all glories to you. This is what about the glory of Varaha avatar. And but it doesn't mean that the Lord is bored. It is only that he can take, the Lord has no form, but he may have any form. So this is what we need to understand. It doesn't mean that he is in Matsya avatar, or then he is fish. Okay, fish hai to, just nikalo khao. No. Or if he is in Kachua, so the Lord is Kachua. So that should not be the case. And where, the Indian the Hindu scriptures are part of fun, where people are totally in the ignorance condition, and they don't know that how and what the Lord is and how he can take the form in terms of anything. Only condition is to save the devotees. So this is what about the Vara Avatar and a little introduction on this form. Uh, Anybody knows how many times Varaha Avatar has been taken by the Lord?
Uh, Hare Krishna. Two
Hare
times.
Krishna. Yeah, Prabhu, 2 times. So for one, we will park, and for one form, there are actually two forms. One is Shwet Varaha, and one is Rakta Varaha. There are two forms. First, we will go for Raktvara avatar, and for Shwetvara avatar, we will go later. So now it's time for Katha, my most favorite. And I just request you all to be with me with the Katha, and we will find out the all essence from this. So uh, once what happened is the four sons of Brahma, four Kumaras. They were not actually a kind of devotee directly to the Lord, but they were meditating only upon the Brahmajyoti. This is nothing but the effulgence of the Lord. So they were meditating upon the Brahmajyoti, rather Lord Himself. So once what happened, Lord Brahma, he instructed to four Kumaras that you all should get married. And since this is my duty, to create the entire universe and progeny, so I would instruct you that you also get married and please start the progeny. Uh, Another way, Brahmaji is saying to get married and start Grasta. But four Kumaras, uh, they were really not interested. They refused Brahmaji, and they say that if we will go for the Grasta, then the entanglement start of greed, lust, and so on. Every day you are more earning than the child, then the and so on, the entanglement comes. So we do not want to go for the grasta, and we don't want any kind of entanglement. Hence what we are going to do is we are going to curse ourselves. So they took the water from their commander and they curse ourselves, mentioning that we want to remain a child, but the mind cognitive skills, intelligence should remain as good as a mature one. So this is how they cursed, and they came into a small. They were remained as a small child. So why they developed this particular form? It is just because so that the lust should not form. If the lust will not form, then the further developments towards any sinful activity will not take place. So they border themselves. Now, one day they had desire to see the Lord. So far, they were only meditating upon the Brahmajyoti, but they decided to serve the Lord and to have a darshan. Now they try to enter into the kingdom of Lord in Vaikuntha. The moment they are trying, they've been stopped by none other than Jay and Vijay. So Jay and Vijay was instructed. They've been asked to take care of the gate. So they were doing simply their duty. Jay Vijay said, "No, you are kids or you are the small babies. It doesn't mean that you will come inside and you will have a darshan." So, but four Kumaras, they were not just a baby. They they are the son of Brahma themselves. They are learned and they are meditating and they are the devotee of Lord, topmost thing. So, four Kumara says that Jai Vijay, this place is not actually for you because you cannot stop any devotee or anybody to serve the Lord. And where such kind of attitude or such kind of obligations are there, that means that place is this particular place. Vaikuntha is not for you. So what is Vaikuntha? Where there is no kuntha, there is no anxiety, there is no anger, there is no uh, any other fear or such kind of things which we always and every time suffer with. So this particular thing they say and they curse to the Jay and Vijay. So four Kumara says, okay, you do not deserve to be here, and you may go and take a you will take a demon form on the Bhuloka. Now this thing is happening in the spiritual world, and parallelly in the material world, the other story is also going on. What is that? In material world, that time the Kashyap Muni was doing the sacrifice. He was doing yagna, and Mother Diti, the wife of Kashyap Muni, she had a desire to unite with Kashyap Muni. Now, this was not just a desire. Actually, it was an urge. So there's a big difference between a desire and an urge. So when this urge is there, it can be any kind of urge, Prabhujis and Matajis. It can be it like as Acharya says, it can be this urge can be in three forms. It can be in lust, speech, and anger. Urge is in Hindi, it's a vague. Vague means speed. So where's the speed? In anger, in speech, and in lust. And in all these three, the lust is the most dangerous form. Similarly, the anger is also very dangerous. Anger will never ask your permission. It will just come with the speed. Similarly, with the speech, once you have something to say, you will just go with the flow with your full speed. So these three things are these are coming into the category of urgency, the urge. But out of these three, lust is the most urgent. And if we are not in the service of Lord, then they will dominate us for sure. And we all are suffering. So now coming to the story. So when this particular urge is there, and Kashyap Muni is asking Mother Diti that no, let the right time come. This is not the right time. See, right time is very important, Prabhujis and Matajis. Right time. And we all fail to wait, and we all fail to keep patience for that right time. Okay. So this is very important in this particular katha, that if the right time is not there, and if we are meeting, and the soul is coming, then you don't know. You don't have any control on that. Who is coming? Which soul is coming that time? However, I myself was not aware before coming to the movement. I was totally ignorant. I didn't know all this. But since I got to understand what I got to know about, I always tell my friends or family that the time is very important, especially for such thing when you are inviting a soul into your family. So this is very, very important. The time was there when the Ravana and Kansa came, and the time was there when the Dhruv and Prahlad Maharaj came. So time and waiting for the right time is very, very important, Matajis and Prabhujis. So now again coming to the story. But Maditi uh, was dominated by the urgency of lust, and as a result, she conceived. The moment she conceived, uh, she uh, she she started experiencing that all inauspicious is happening around. Nothing was going good. Something or the other coming across. And Mother Diti, she understood that this is the result, where I was rigid and Kashyap Muni was denying. But whatever happened now happened. Now Ma Diti is so scared that she doesn't want to deliver the children, and she has twins in her womb. For 100 years she was keeping, but she doesn't want to deliver. Now what happens? Prakriti has to work. How much you will hold on? They have to come out, and they came, and the result was Hiranyaksh and Hiranyakashipu. See, such kind of stories, they connect so well with us, so well with us. We are having such an animalistic life anytime, anywhere, whatever, But see, these are kind of very, very, special personalities. When they fall into such kind of thing, what what is our what is our personality? Nothing. What we are nothing. We are not a tinge of them. They were learned. They know. They have the all knowledge about the Lord. But when they can also come into such situation, what to talk about us? Nothing. We are nothing. Reason being, as Srila Prabhupada say, is if you are meditating upon the lotus feet of the Lord, then only you can be safeguard. Otherwise you are as good as demon. So moving forward to the story. Now the form has been taken, Hiranyakashipu. For Hiranyakashipu, we know the story is different, right? And for Hiranyaksh, the story is moving forward. Now Hiranyaksh is very powerful. He is Hiranya plus Aksh, gold an eye, So the one whose eyes are always searching for the gold, money, 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 like and we are not even a tinge of Hiranyaksh, because he was so powerful. He was so like he was as good as in the form when the fighting was happening. The Srimad Bhagavatam explains in 13th chapter that the form and the strength was as equal as the Lord, but since he was demon, so the conclusion goes to the other round. Anyways, so the one who is always searching for the money, gold, and to sleep. So this is, again, I think not I think, we all are in the same condition. Now the material world is all insane. Running money and sleeping. Running money and sleeping. Right? So, but again, uh, we have neither we are Hiranyaksh, because if we would have been Hiranyaksh, at least we would have been liberated, and nor we are in the other condition. So we are in a middle. The only way is again to surrender to the Lord. Now, what happens? Hiranyaksh goes to one kingdom called Vibhavari, which is the kingdom of Varun Dev. And he challenged Varun Dev that, come fight with me. And he also, because Hiranyaksh, he knew that he's not as powerful as I am, so he also took some astra shastra for him, that you may use this, no problem, but come and fight with me. He challenged. Now Varun Dev, he knows that I cannot defeat him in any way, and he also understood that he's totally puffed up. He has the all sort of strength what he needed. Now, what Varun Dev does, he sends him to the Varaha, where actually he sends him to Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, but same time Lord Vishnu has taken a form of Varaha. So he sends him, but sending him, and on his proud, he was challenging Varun Dev. There are, again, one verse is there from Bhagavad Gita on his proud, on his uh, the kind of puffed up mood he was carrying. Dambo darpo bhimam saja krodha priyam asyevacha Ajnanam chabitaschasya partha sampadam asurim. What Bhagavad Gita says and what Krishna is saying in this verse, O son of Partha, of one destined to have the demonical nature are religious ostentation, pride, and haughtiness. Anger is also rudeness and ignorance. So dambho is एक second Lakshan, go there. No, sorry Prabhuji and Mataji, please. Yeah. So dambho is nothing but the pride. So that pride is the most, which is more than anger, more than rudeness, and that is the cause of the ignorance. That is the first and foremost element of your ignorance, pride. So, like Srila Prabhupada has also mentions in the purport, I have not mentioned the purport here, but he mentions that what to pride on, what to pride on, what you are eligible for to pride upon. No, what you are, nothing. It is just that Lord has the capability to provide, but He's not at all. Every time, every moment, He is merciful on every living entity. So that is what Mataji's and Prabhuji's. Now here Hiranyaksh approaching with the same pride, with the same puffed up mood to Lord Vishnu, where Lord Vishnu has taken the form of Varahadev, and Varahadev was challenged by Hiranyaksh, and Hiranyaksh says, "Okay, you come with me." Now here in this condition, this Bhumi Devi, she is on the tusk of the Lord, and he is uplifting Mother Earth. And who threw Mother Earth to Garbhodaksha ocean is none other than Hiranyaksh only. Hiranyaksh only he threw Mother Earth in the Patal Lok, below Patal Lok, just to snatch all the resources what Bhudevi has. So he wanted to take all those resources. So Bhudevi says, "Okay, I'm going to vanish myself." So then she drowned herself into the Garbhoda ocean. Now Lord is taking her out, and same time Hiranyaksh comes and he says, "Oh, he has taken her out. Good. Now both are available. I will do what I need to do." Then Varadev keeps Bhudevi aside at her zone, at her place, and then the fight starts. And in this fight, as we know, prolonged fight went on. As I said, both were, as Acharyas actually mentions, that both were having, they actually in 13th chapter, the entire conversation, every single strength has been counted. So everything I could not put it here, but in entire 13th chapter, it is given that how powerful Hiranyaksh was, and how Varadev is defeating him one by one with his every strength. He was keep defeating him. So with this, at the end, Lord had given him liberation. Hiranyaksh got liberated, and here Bhumi Devi got safe. Now, because here again, one more thing also happened. Varahadev, where Varahadev touched Bhudevi, there that particular part, that is actually South India, as it has been explained. That, it is South India where we may see that in temple we can see that Varaha Avatar altar, in altar Varaha Avatar is there. Many temples are also there. Uh, However, in North India, I had not seen. Reason being, I was ignoring from this form. I was only knowing that these all forms Lord has taken, but I never, myself never went into the detail. So that's the reason I chose the topic. Anyways, now where because Varahadev touched Bhumi Devi, and Bhumi Devi's wife, another wife of Vishnu Dev. So one demon formed, and that demon name was Bhamasur. Why this demon formed? Because of the association of Hiranyaksh. So Prabhuji's, Mataji's, why I'm putting this thing, that demon form, okay, but it is not because the Lord is there and the Bhumi Devi is there, or they have something wrong, or the timing is wrong. For Lord, there's no timing, nothing. But the association of Hiranyaksh was there. So this particular form of demon emerged. Association is very, very important. I always say I personally experienced it, and I'm sure we all are having the same opinion on this. Srila Prabhupada himself has emphasized on the association. What you cannot do alone, you can do with association for sure. As they say, no, sadhu sangha, sarva shastre koi, lava matre sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoi. So sadhu sangha is very, very important. The example of, like, very raw example, if one apple is there in the basket and it is rotten, then the other apples will also get spoiled. But if one rose is kept, the entire room will be with the fragrance. So this is how the association is important. Now we talk about the red form, Rakt Varaha avatar. What is the another form that is called Shwet avatar, Shwet Vara? So what is that, and why Lord has taken this form? What was the need? Is there any another need of to kill the demon? This is what my question was. Now again, Lord must have taken the form of Vara, because again some other demon must have attacked Bhudevi, but not. That is not the case. So Raktvara is to protect Bhudevi from Hiranyaksh. But in Shwetvara, the story or the reason is little different. Now we will learn about that. But before that, we will understand the Brahma's lifespan. Santosh Prabhu, when I was going through with the detail and the research, so thanks to you, because you had taken this topic, this Brahma's lifespan, many times in your class. So some I copy pasted वहीं से चुराया है. So because the Shwet avatar, the Shwetwara avatar relates to this particular thing. And now what is that? So Brahma's lifespan is first we can see one Mahayuga, which is 43,20,000 human years, just for our understanding. And 1771 Mahayugas is one Manvantar. When 14 Manvantars, it is one Kalpa. That is one day of Brahma. And when it is 1000 Mahayuga plus 6 Mahayuga Siddhis, then it is altogether comes with the age of Brahma's life. Each day of Brahma lasts for 360 kalpas. So 360 into 14 manvantras. So the in spiritual word, the Brahma's lifespan is 100 years, which is 36,000 kalpas. So what happens is, when this 50 years completed, where actually 50 years is already completed, and when it comes to 51st year, then there is one partial devastation happens. And that partial devastation, during that partial devastation, what happens is, this is the entire 14 planetary system. Probably you all know, but once I was doing, I could understood more about the detail. All these planetary systems are like where the Bhudevi, we have one mantra, Gayatri mantra, where these all are mentioned, the upper planetary system and down planetary system. So there, Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka. Satyaloka is Lord Brahma's loka. So, Lok means the upper planetary system, which has been assigned for the good planetary system. When it comes to the Tala means down, and those are not considered as good as local ones. So Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala, and then Garbhodaksha and ocean. This is so the illustration is given very beautifully and it's quite easy to understand. Now, what happens when this 51st year comes of Lord Brahma? So the partial devastation happens, and in this partial devastation, all these only four lokas get remain: Satyaloka, Tapaloka, Janaloka, and Mahaloka. These four remains. Rest all other get sinked in water. And when they all get sink in water, that time this Shwet Vara avatar takes place. That's where this particular form comes of Lord to save Mother Earth, because they all are synced. And Mother Earth is devotee of Lord, given special all energies by Lord and very dear to Lord. So Lord is coming and saving when Mother Earth is when Mother Earth is falling. That time Shwet Avatar is taking form of Lord, and he comes and he again takes Mother Earth on his tusk and put her back into her position. So that's where the Shwet Avatar comes into the picture. We have touched upon both avatar. Now I will go with Srimad Bhagavatam, the verse. Once again, Prabhujis and Matajis, in third canto, 13th chapter, entire chapter is on Varaha avatar. All detailed information is given. We will take this verse. Ya evam itam hari madhas medhaso hari katham shubhadram kathaniya mayana shranvita bhaktaya shravetaya votsatim jnanandro shayasu hirdi prasidati. I will go once again. Ya evam itam hari madhaso hari katham subhadram kathaniya manina Sanvita bhaktaya shravayeta vosatim jnanandro shayasu hridi prasidhati. Hare Krishna. Sorry, my pronunciation and my rhythm was not up to the mark. Anybody would like to recite the shloka? Prabhuji and Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I will try.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Kindly forgive me in advance, Mataji. Yeah. Ya evam etam hari medaso hare katham subhadram kathaniya ma yinah Sranavita bhaktya srava yeta vosatim janardano asayau hrdi prasadi dati. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhu. Hari Bol. Anybody else?
Can I try, Mataji?
Hari Bol, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Ya evam etam hari medaso hari katham shubhadram kathaniyamaina shrinvita bhaktya shrayaveta voshatim Janardano Shashu Riddhi Prasiddhati. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Anybody would like to take synonyms? Hare Krishna. Okay, I will go ahead. So, yah, one who, evam, thus, etam, this, hari, medasaha, who destroys the material existence of the devotee, harihi, of the personality of Godhead, katham, narration, subhadram, auspicious, kathaniya, worthy to narrate, Maina, of the merciful by his internal potency, Sharnavita hears, Bhaktaya in devotion, Sarvayata also allows others to hear, Va either, Usatim very pleasing, Janardana the Lord, Asya his, Asu very soon, Hirdi within the heart, Prasidhati becomes very pleased. Yeah. Anyone will take translation? Prabhuji's Mataji's?
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Connected by his divine grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta. Jai Shri Prabhupada. If one hears and described in a devotional service attitude this auspicious narration of Lord Bod, which is worthy of description, the Lord who is within the heart of everyone is very pleased. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So, the one who hears and describes in a devotional service attitude this auspicious narration of Lord Bod, the Varaha avatar, is given here, which is worthy of description. The Lord who is within the heart of everyone is very pleased. Hari Bol Mataji, very nice. Purport by his A.C. Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. In his various incarnations, the Lord appears, acts, and leaves behind him a narrative history which is as transcendental as he himself. Every one of us is fond of hearing some wonderful narration, but most stories are neither auspicious nor worth hearing because they are of the inferior quality of material nature. Every living entity is of superior qualities, spirit, soul, and nothing material can be auspicious of him for him. Intelligent persons should therefore hear personally and cause others to hear the descriptive narration of the Lord's activities, for that will destroy the panges of material existence. Out of his causeless mercy, only the Lord comes to this earth and leaves behind his merciful activities so that the devotees may derive transcendental benefit. Very clear cut Prabhupada has mentioned, and very nicely, beautifully, he has concluded this, that Lord appears and Lord acts in a very transcendental way, and his every form is very auspicious. The one who hears about him, his any story, his any katha, and make others to listen about his stories, his pastimes, then Lord he himself comes and cleans the heart, he please, and he gives his mercy upon the one who's reciting the story and the all around those who are listening the story with the love and affection of the Lord. So this is all I would conclude with. Jai Varadev. And at last, I will pray to the Lord that as he picked he took out Bhudevi from Garbhodaksha ocean. Similarly, and killed Hiranyaksh. Similarly, he is sitting within the heart. He should kill the Hiranyaksh, which is none other than anger, anxiety, greed, lust, envy, jealousy, what we are possessed with. He may clean that all. He may kill that all. And Bhudevi, which is bhakti in our heart, he takes care of it. He saves our Bhakti Devi in our heart and give the strength to our bhakti. This is what we are collected here every time whenever we are getting chance. We are talking about the Lord. We are all trying our best to enhance our bhakti. But again, my sincere prayers to the Lord to protect our bhakti and kill the demons like all I elaborated, anger, anxiety, pride, everything. We all have. Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Amanda Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandapanayam to all collected devotees.
Bol Mataji, very nice session, Mataji. You have taken us to different pastimes, and we could visualize what you were saying. So, thank you, Mataji, for this wonderful start of the day. Uh, I would like to go around the table. I would like to start with alphabetically Himanshu Prabhu to kindly share his thoughts on this session.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. So first, I want to thank you for the very nice start to the program today with your, so melodious singing as always. And when I went through the translation, it sums up everything that we can think of or we are supposed to do. Really like the song. So thanks again for choosing that and for bringing to us. So Mataji, it was a very nice refresher. Thanks for your time and efforts to tell this in a very nice way in the form of a story and for preparing this. And there were certain new things I didn't know about the Rakta Avatar and the Shweta Avatar. Also, you nicely explained why the four Kumaras kept the child form, and also that why we have to follow the Shastras and everything has to be done on time. And then out of the 9 devotional services, hearing about the glories of the Lord is a very important one. So I like the story and I like the message. So thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for the thoughts.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you very much for appreciating and motivating. Hari Bol.
Jai. Can I now request Ati Sundari Mataji to share her thoughts? Hare Krishna, Ati Sundari Mataji. Sadhu Sevat Prabhu, are you there? Mamta Mataji, am I audible? Can you hear me? Mamta Mataji, Himanshu Prabhu?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
Maybe
okay. I thought my mic issue.
maybe
Yes,
Sadhu
Prabhu.
Sivan Prabhuji is on mute.
Okay. So, anyways, we will move to Purna Premamai. Are you there, Pooja?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you share your thoughts, please?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat. I was late today. I joined exactly when you started. Very beautiful class, Mataji. Unusual topic being like, at least I wouldn't have chosen this topic because of familiarity and non-familiarity. Because we know and we don't know. But it was very nice session, Mataji, and your explanation, everything was very beautiful. Yeah, and as you say, we all know about Shukar Rupa, but temples are very less. So in South, you might, as you say, you might find some more in frequency compared to North. It's not about like, but similarly, yeah, these avatars are like overlooked. But very beautifully you brought that mood to like surrender to this to Shukarupa, and very nice session, Mataji. From starting to end, it was beautiful, very beautiful. Regarding this, Mataji, regarding the points I have to add, somewhere I have read or I have heard this. It was by Srila Prabhupada, and that even you might have covered it. Um, that when Varaha fights with Hiranaksh, it goes on for many years, many thing, and then it was when it was time, like he keeps on fighting, and then when it's time to kill Hiranaksh, it's on in the evening, late evening, when when the time the bell rings that you should stop the fight. Usually in night time they don't fight, so in the night evening time, till then Krishna in Varaharu, he fights with Hiranaksh, and then all of a sudden when he fights as and he even gets bleeded during the fight. But when immediately when it's time to kill Hiranaksh, he just kills him by giving a blow in near his neck, so near his ears. So it's like here Prabhupada says that Krishna is such an Natasamrat that he acts, he enjoys the Veera Ras with his devotees. And then whenever like he would have killed Hiranaksh like with a snap, but he acted for such a long time, and then at the end it was just one blow and Hiranaksh is gone. So here to explain this, Prabhupada explains that Krishna is the Natasamrat, the rasa Krishna enjoys. That's it, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji, thank you so much. He enjoys the rasas, correct. I think he enjoys everything, whatever comes from the devotees. He,
Yes,
he
ma'am.
enjoys every form, every element. Thank you, Mataji, for being there, by the way.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hari Bol, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Very good. Thank you, Pooja, for your inputs. I would again like to call on Sadhu Sevanu Prabhu Rati Sundari Mataji. Are you on?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Would you like to share your thoughts, Prabhu?
Yeah, definitely, Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhu. About last 5 to 7 minutes of the session, like I was on some call only, so I had unfortunately I missed that part. So Prabhuji, thanks a lot, Prabhu. Thanks a lot, Prabhuji, for your wonderful bhajan, Prabhu. It was mesmerizing, Prabhu, honestly, and I enjoyed a lot. I heard it after a long time. Wonderful start of the day. And Mamta Mataji, you are a true storyteller, and I mean, we were always engaged. Unfortunately, I just got the call in last few minutes of the session, but otherwise we were totally into the session, and then each and every part, like Radhanath Swami Maharaj, right? He does not cover so many topics. He will just take one or two things and he will totally go into that. So you reminded us of the Maharaj today. So thank you so much for that. And one small thing that I wanted to add is like long time back, His Grace Himanshu Prabhuji had shared one link for Dushan Sridhar Bhagavatam. So there he had explained Varaha Avatar like in detail. So one of the, only point that I remember from that session was like there is a very particular reason why Lord Varaha uh, appeared from the nostrils of Brahma, because there are five senses, right? And there are Panchabhuta, that earth, water, air, sky, and air, earth, water, sky, and ether. Yeah. So nostril represent the sense of smell, right? So there are three things. Nostril, one, it is directly connected to smell. Second thing, and out of these Panchabhuta, earth represents right Gandh. So this is the direct correlation that he explained, that how nostril is connected to Mother Earth. Similarly, like water, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, right? In taste, I am water, right? So water represents the sense, tongue, and the taste. So there is a relation between all these five Panchabhuta and five senses. Sorry, I'm not able to explain clearly, but these were the only 2 points that I remembered. So, and other than that, Mataji, like Lord Varadev, the Dasha Avatara is like we are countable, right? 1 to 10. So these are just the samples for us to make us understand that the Lord can take any form, as you said, to protect his devotees. So there are numerous avatars of the Lord in different forms, which we even cannot count also. Srila Prabhupada is like Satyavash Avatara, it is often said, right? So it is just to make us believe that that you don't need to worry. I can take the form of anything. Without caring what people will say, what people will think. Right? Initially, like personally, I used to surprise like how the Lord can take the form of a pig. What face we will show to the world. Your Lord can take the form of pig. So that was another thought that we had earlier. This is one thing, and the last thing that I wanted to share is like the Lord. Uh, Even though he was going to fight with Hiranyaksh, okay, but because he had an important assignment of safeguarding Mother Earth, and Mother Earth was there on the tusk of the Lord, so the Lord did not immediately respond to the challenge and fight that Hiranyaksh was calling him for. Okay, instead he placed the Mother Earth first safely, and then he responded. So this very much applies to us. Like we might get a number of problems, challenges, and distractions from anywhere, but the important assignment for us like is to remember the Lord. So we must not do anything at the cost of that. So this was one of the important line that His Grace Jagan Prabhuji often makes, that the thing should be given priority. Means the things which are less important should not be given more priority at the cost of the more important things, right? So they should not be leave at the mercy of of the higher priority things. So that's all, Mataji. Get to it. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much for adding such a detailed information. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Thank you, Sadhu Prabhu. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your blessings, Hare Krishna. Uh,
Yes.
is Sundari Mataji around, Prabhu?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Hari Bol Mataji. Mataji, can you please share your thoughts?
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, first of all, thank you very much for a wonderful, wonderful bhajan, Prabhu. Very nice, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Now, Mamta Mataji. Mataji, beautiful class, as my Prabhu told, because actually I am especially fan of Sant Gopeshwar Prabhu's storytelling. But now you also explain story very, very nicely, Mataji. Beautiful. And many, many new things you come up with, and nice class, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna. And Mataji, one more thing I just wanted to share. As you told, na, that Varaha avatar taken like in this avatar only in one kalpa. I think you told in one kalpa only, he taken avatar as all like Krishna, Mahaprabhu. In fact, I heard in some lecture they also not in every yuga they also taken like mm, uh, what incarnation this incarnation like in every kalpa, so we are lucky because in this yuga or this kalpa only they have like Krishna and Mahaprabhu have taken avatar, so we are we are like very fortunate, Mataji. So that's all I wanted to share. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, we are all fortunate. We are fortunate, Mataji. That's why we are sitting every Friday. So we have I strongly believe there's not a tinge of doubt that we have no mercy of the Lord. We have the mercy from the Lord. That's why we are discussing. We are trying to glorify the Lord, Mataji. Hari Bol. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, we are very fortunate. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Sundari Mataji, for your thoughts, for sharing your thoughts, for your blessings. Mataji, just to share on what you said, add on to what you said. Yes, the incarnations of the Lord and the Lord, they appear uh, once in a kalpa, mostly, except for I believe Vara Avatar, it appeared twice, and there I believe Vaman Avatar also appeared twice, if I'm not wrong. Matsya Avatar appeared. So there are few avatars that they appear twice in a kalpa. So Vara Avatar is one of them. Then it appeared twice in this kalpa. But other than that, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they appear, Lord Rama, they appear once in a kalpa. So yes, we are very fortunate that of these so many years, millions of years, Krishna just appeared 5,000 years back. Very good. Thank you, Mataji. Very good. Uh, I would like to add a couple of points before we conclude. Uh, Lord Varavatar, I believe it was once mentioned by His Holiness Chitananda Swami that uh, he nicely, while trying to uh, speak about this Brahma Jyoti and other things. So what he mentioned Varavatar. So he said that uh, when he took an incarnation, Krishna took the incarnation of Vara. He went to the darkest region of the hell. So what we see in Garbhodaka ocean, that part is basically uh, it is below the hellish planet. So it is considered as the darkest region in this universe. So he went into cell to rescue Mother Earth. Uh, therefore, he concluded Krishna can also appear in hell for his devotees. He can appear on earth for his devotees. He appears in his heaven as Vamandev for his devotees. So he takes this incarnation right from the darkest region, the filthiest region, to the opulent region in this universe. But it does not appear in his impersonal form. So Brahma Jyoti. So that is why devotees consider Brahma Jyoti or what you say as Kaivalya Mukti as worse than the hellish than taking birth in the hellish planet. That is one interesting thing he had shared. Uh, I have one para from Chaitanya Bhagavat Madhyakand 3. So I would just like to read that. Interesting some few facts to add on to what you said, Mataji. It is mentioned there that the Mahabharat 3.81.15 mentions a Varaha Tirtha in Haryana state where Lord Vishnu appeared as Varaha. At the place known as Sorung Kshetra, Lord Varaha picked up the earth with his tusk on his tusk. This place is located 100 kilometers northwest of Mathura in the Ita district and was visited by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After killing the demon Hiranyakashipu, he rested at Vishram. He rested Vishram Ghat in Mathura and spoke the Varaha Purana to Mother Earth. I guess it must be Hiranyaksha. In the Ramanreti, Vrindavan, Mathura district, is the Varaha Ghat, where Lord Krishna revealed his Varaha form to the gopis. The Bhakti Ratnakar mentions a similar event having occurred in a village known as Varahara in Vrindavan. Once, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited his devotee Murari Gupta, he revealed his form as Lord Varaha in Navadvipa, West Bengal. So these were some references to Varaha Avatar, including Krishna taking the form of Varaha, which is documented in Chaitanya Bhagavata. So that's all, Mataji. Wonderful class, Mataji. I echo Puja that this is a very common. This topic is so common that we usually ignore it. Uh, so you helped us remember the Lord in His Vara form. So thank you very much, Mataji. Uh, with this, we would like to conclude for today. Anyone wants to share something before we stop the recording? Very good.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu, Santosh Prabhu.
Hare
I
Krishna, Mataji.
did not mention about your Kirtan, Prabhu. A wonderful start
Yes,
of the
sir.
day with full enthusiasm